There are absolutely films that you and I know and love and that probably made a difference in our lives that were premiered here, that found an audience here, found a distributor here, and went into the mainstream.
When I was at the labs, I was like, man, this is incredible. These incredible writers that from all different types of backgrounds are all here supporting each other.
It was the NEA that allowed us to get launched. From the time we first started this, the increase in applications has gone to 12,000.
It gives these wonderful, insanely awesome movies a community to come to.
I came up here, I was a guy working in a convenience store, and I left and I had a career in film.
This is where everyone looks to for the best in independent film in the world.
I think the genesis of this started in 1979, 1980. And I had this idea at that time because the mainstream part of the industry was about to change. I was part of that. And that meant it was going to be really following the money. And what I saw happening was this empty space that would maybe give independent film a category all of its own. Independent for me was a big word. I mean, independent to me was a very American word. Independence is a word that got this country started. And it was a word that I kind of leaned on my whole life, being independent from being put into a box or anything of common form. I wanted to be able to be free, to be experimental. I thought, well, what if we started a lab so that new voices in film, new filmmakers that were undeveloped would have a place to come. The only thing I could contribute was the land I owned in the mountains. To start that, it was just my money alone, and I couldn't afford to do something like that. And I felt also that I didn't have the credibility. I was an actor more in the movie star category, and therefore I wouldn't be trusted. So I thought I need the imprimatur of someone that is really trusted. For me, it was the NEA.
When the National Endowment for the Arts came in and said, this idea that Redford has there in the state of Utah and those mountains to nurture artists and then exhibit their work is a pretty profound and important one. And we're going to join him in supporting him. It made all the difference in the world.
I couldn't have done it without colleagues of mine coming up and giving up their time. And I also said, look, you guys, if you do this, it's not going to work unless you get something out of it. It has to be a two-way street. So on that business of one-way or two-way streets, the labs were started as a one-way street of opportunity, and that led to the festival, which was going to be a continuation of the one-way street of opportunity. So we would have a place for filmmakers to come and show their work. What I hadn't anticipated was that there would be another avenue of opportunity, and that was for audiences. So when I realized that people were coming here from all over, coming to Utah, Park City in the winter, and it was growing, the volume of people coming was growing, I thought, well, what the hell's going on? Why is this happening? I never dreamed we'd survive. And then when we looked like we were surviving this stage, can we go to the next stage? Suddenly we had not only a domestic platform, but an international platform. And we could also keep pushing documentaries.
The Sundance Film Festival happens once a year, right in the middle of winter, in the snow, in Park City, and here at the Sundance Resort. But the labs go on all year. The directing labs and the screenwriting and the playwrights labs, by and large, happen in the summer. But now, because we're doing so many labs and trying to carry this process through, there's a lab going on at this resort or somewhere in the world every month of every year. The theater artists who come here to the Playwrights Lab, so many of them have been in the National Endowment for the Arts process and have received support there. In the last 7 years, 5 major plays on Broadway, all at the same time, were all developed here. There's a composing lab too. We bring the musicians and composers who do the soundtracks for films, the independent, new, emerging talent. And they get to work with the emerging filmmakers and playwrights to develop scores.
And let's roll sound.
Action.
It's your first time out. We might not even put you in a ring.
I always say at the lab, day one, you're like in shock when you get feedback. Day two, you're in tears when you realize the task ahead of you. And then by day 3 or 4, your film is reborn, and you have this new energy and you have this new direction, and it is an amazing journey. You are sort of focused because all the distraction from the outside world has gone away, and you're there at the beautiful resort just working on your art.
Redford likes to say to filmmakers all the time, especially in the lab process, if you haven't failed or angered anyone or been told that's a really bad idea or no one's going to want to see that story, then you probably haven't pushed hard enough or far enough or gone far enough.
There's no classroom involved because our process does not involve sitting around a table or anything like that. It involves getting on your feet and doing it.
Sundance is the mecca for independent film. And to have your film at Sundance is such a gift. When you have your film in this festival, you know that your film is going to have a great life ahead of it.
There is a boy who is just like other boys, until one night he sees from his window a storm on the horizon.
It will be seen, it will be respected, and the message of your film and what you're trying to say will get out there into the world. And it enables you to have not only the support, but the confidence to go on and make other films.
I walk around, there's the restaurant where Harvey bought Clerks. Everywhere I look, it's seeing a big important part of my past and mythology. So yeah, being here is insanely special. I've been crying all week, man. Like middle-aged stoner, just like, oh, it's so beautiful.
I think the legacy from the Sundance Film Festival is to continue to invite new voices to the table, to create opportunity for new landscapes to be articulated. That's going to change and grow and evolve, just as the Institute has over the years. So I think it's just continuing to support new storytellers and new methods of storytelling. I mean, they have, virtual reality here. They've got YouTube stars going through the labs. This is not an organization that's kind of sitting on its accomplishments. They're striving, and I think that's the real legacy.
Well, obviously, I'm not only supportive, but adamantly supportive of the NEA because the NEA fits so nicely with what we're trying to do. And also, we're here because of the NEA. So I'm pretty loyal to that idea, and so therefore I'm loyal to the idea that the NEA not only survive, but grow.